For the last 30 years, Lane County's suicide rate has exceeded the national average. Today, the Lane County Board of Commissioners heard recommendations on how to lower these numbers. KZI 9 News reporter Macy Highland joins us live in the studio to break it down for us. Macy.
Well, China, roughly 80 people commit suicide in Lane County every year, and that number is just projected to get bigger in the coming years. The Department of Health and Human Services is hoping to lower that number with data about how and why it happens.
The department presented a report made up of 16 years of suicide data. Some of the more shocking statistics came from the year 2016. In that year, Oregon had the 15th highest suicide rate in the country, and Lane County alone had a suicide rate 50% higher than the national average. Presenters say there were some specific findings that make taking action all the more important. For example, they found Florence, Cottage Grove, and Junction City had more than twice the suicide rate as the rest of Lane County. And while they're able to speculate why, they say they need to be able to do hands-on work with the problem.
We just need to work collaboratively with those communities to really tease out what is going on at that local level that has led to that issue.
They also found men are nearly 4 times as likely to commit suicide than women, and the risk increases with age. Women are most vulnerable from ages 45 to 64, and men see their highest risk from age 65 on. Brubaker says we need to take steps to change the conversation around suicide.
It would require a cultural shift. It would require that we talk openly about suicide, about mental health, about mental illness, and how it's affecting our community.
In order to achieve this, the department is recommending 3 things to the board. 1, they're asking for a consistent review of suicides in youth with an emphasis on prevention. 2nd, they'd like to see the formation of a suicide fatality review team to really dig into the trends of each individual death. And lastly, a thorough read of their full report coming out in August.
What we end up creating is a community that's safer from the effects of suicide, and that's simply a wonderful thing.
Brubaker says if we don't take steps to lower these numbers, they are going to skyrocket. By 2025, we could be seeing as much as a 60% increase. That would mean more than 2 suicides a week in Lane County. Live in the studio, Macy Highland, KEZI 9 News.